Went into this legislative session with election reform on their minds, specifically ballot security, making sure no one can hack into electronic voting machines. The idea was to create a paper trail, but what the legislature is now considering really looks nothing like that. So what happened? That is our first question this morning for Ross Ramsey, the co-founder and executive editor of the Texas Tribune. Good morning, Ross.
Good morning, Jason. How are you?
Doing well. You know, this shifted from a bipartisan effort to pretty controversial. Right. What happened, and is it going to pass?
The bipartisan part of this was the paper trail, and the problem with it was that the kind of paper trail they wanted was only offered by one vendor, and it got kind of stuck in vendor politics. And it left everything else behind that was purely either the Republicans wanted it or the Democrats wanted it. The bill that is in current motion is one that the Republicans wanted, the Democrats do not. The Democrats say it suppresses votes. The Republicans say it makes voting more secure. They're going to fight this down to the wire, I think. You know, this has died a couple of times and popped back up. But we're in the final week of the legislature, and as you know, legislation kind of never is dead until they leave town.
And anything can happen in this final week as well, too.
Exactly right.
Let's talk about the fight over religious objections. That's back on. The House killed that so-called Chick-fil-A bill regarding the San Antonio and its airport, but the Senate revived it. Does this have a future?
It's another example of what we're talking about. You know, this is zombie week here in the Texas legislature. They're passing deadlines. There was a deadline Saturday last night. There is a big deadline on Tuesday. That's the last day the House can pass Senate bills. And as you get through this week, things are going to die. That's another one of the bills that has a lot of pixie dust on it. The Republicans really want that one.
Zombie week and pixie dust. Ross, back to you in just a minute. Thank you. Injustice